truck is going to take whatever is left of that car back to the garage. When we look at the grandstands, again, the safety personnel attending to, we've heard 3 fans in the grandstands. Look at the catch fence and what is left of it. The steel cables going through, making sure that, trying to keep as much of that car inside the racing area as they could on the track. Here's the end of the race once again.
Just an unbelievable impact. We talk about how softballs and impact there, but the catch fencing, as it gives, it needs to give to a point. It kind of grabs
And an explosion when that car hits that fence. You could hear it. You could almost feel it. Here's Tony Stewart. The car will go right over the top of Tony.
I've never seen a car stop at that rate. I mean, going from that fast to essentially zero. So, and that's what scared me, to be quite honest with you, when I saw it. How quickly he stopped, because just like we talked about angle of impact on walls, when a car stops that quickly, the driver's got to be feeling that. There's got a lot of be going on inside that race car, and it honestly scared me. Thought about his dad, his mom, Mike Dillon, his granddad, his grandmother. I mean, that's the first thing was going through my mind.
The reinforced catch fences. After Kyle Larson in the Xfinity race got into that fence, they worked on it, they honed it, they tried to reinforce it. That car, obviously 3,500 pounds, it was able to shear off 2 of the poles on the front stretch. We're hearing from NASCAR that the safety and the health and services there, they're attending to 3 fans in the grandstands, but they're attending to them with minor injuries, is what we're hearing.
That's wonderful news, because as you see, the car stays mostly intact as far as the driver compartment is concerned, but there's a tremendous amount of pieces missing off that car. The entire front engine is missing, and it doesn't take a small piece at that speed. It can be a dangerous item. So it's great to hear that they're taking the minor injuries, and the car, even as damaged as it is, the driver compartment is intact, which is great. It kept its integrity around the driver the best it could. You see here the solid sheet steel next to the driver, and the driver's door stayed intact. The floor pan is intact.
The 2, the 11, and the 6, all involved in this accident, have been to the infield care center. They've been checked and released. And that might be the best sight we saw all evening and into the morning. One of the drivers that was involved in this incident and was in the infield care center standing by with Mike Massaro.
Denny Hamlin just taking his first glance at the replay there, Rick, and getting a sense of what happened behind him. What did you see?
Well, I really didn't get it. They got to run it back. But the Ford was pushing me, or was trying to push me to the line. And he had us jacked up. And we crossed the line, I thought, or we were close. Yeah, I mean, he's trying to help. But it just wrecked a bunch of stuff. At some point, none of us were going to win the race for second and third, so we all have wins. So, at some point you got to hit the concede button. But also took one heck of a ride. Wow.
And the catch fence. There's going to be talk about the catch fence. In your opinion, did it do what it was supposed to do?
Yeah, I think so. It looks like it kept the car in the racetrack, which is good. I rode in the ambulance with Austin, and he said he felt fine. So I think everything is gone really well. I think NASCAR's done a great job, and this track has done a good job of stepping up We're gonna, anytime you get these cars turned around backwards at these speeds, there's gonna be lift, and we're gonna get these cars in the air. It's just a part of physics, and so I think everything did its job there.
Glad to see you're okay.
Thank you,
Kelly.
Jimmy Johnson finished second, but it's a little bit hard to talk about racing after seeing a wreck like that. All the talk of the safety improvements, but we've seen the dangers very much still real. What did you see from the 48?
Yeah, it's a part of our sport. It was really interesting to watch the playback and to see how the three, I just thought he was backwards, and that's why the car took off. And then to see the replay there and to see there's a little contact with the front of the 11 car, and that sent it in the air. And then the fact the car just climbed altitude like it did and went in the fence, I've never seen anything like that. And then how fast it stopped. Happy to know that Austin's okay, and certainly hope that the fans are. Just a scary, scary moment. And I saw it all take place in the mirror, and I mean, it hit me hard. I thought, something really bad happened.
Yeah, so what does it say about the safety, the fact that he got out, waved to the crowd, and is okay?
It's remarkable. I mean, the car's ripped in half, the front snout's gone, the engine's laying out there. We've done a nice job of protecting the drivers, and hats off to everyone involved. You have debris that gets in the grandstands, and then if there was another car tumbling, the fence is down, so you got to look at other cars falling behind that. So we can be better, but it is great to have the focus of NASCAR on the tracks and even our teams to make these cars safe. So everybody's working in the right direction to make these things safe.
Thank you, Jimmy. Mike?
Landon Castle just saw the replay, and the first words out of his mouth were unbelievable. What do you think?
Man, I mean, it was unbelievable. It's just really tight racing, and you just can't drive over the left rear people. They wreck every time. That's what happens. So I'm just so proud of my Hillman Racing team, my Snap Fitness Chevy. We're so fast on these super speedways, and we can run up front. We've proved it. So I'm proud of our finish. And the guys are just going to have to build another car, and we'll go to Talladega and be even faster.
From your perspective behind the steering wheel, what did you see?
I mean, it just looked like the 11 was fighting for space, and the car behind him either ran him over or the 11 came down on him, one or the other. But it just, that kind of left rear combination doesn't work. It's just kind of what causes wrecks here. So it's just tight racing. I mean, I was kind of in it earlier on the backstretch with the 55 car, and I just clipped him and tried to get out of the way and spun him out, and it just happened. So. But it's fun racing, and I'm glad that everybody's okay, I think. I hope everybody's okay. I know Austin, I think he's going to be all right. But, it's just, it's quite a show.
We are still waiting for Austin to emerge from the care center. Still waiting out here, Dave.
Jeff Gordon is on pit lane, hopped out of his race.